And just as you thought things couldn't get any weirder or crazier, let's talk about Diddy. The treacherous rise of Diddy, part 6. Listen along. I'll provide some commentary and my thoughts on it afterwards though. Just listen along. By the way, thumbs up to Ghostface Panda 333. I don't know how he does it, but I'm impressed. Keep up the work. How many subscribers this guy has, by the way? I'm curious. How many subscribers this guy have? He should have a whole lot of them. That's it? He only has like about 324,000 subscribers. They mentioned it up to 1 million. So folks, I say you subscribe to this man here. I'll go and find I'll go into make a copy of this link there so you can see for yourself because his work is incredible. Hold on a sec. Yeah, had a boiling pot going. Had some tea later on. But let's go to the treacherous rise of Diddy, part 6. And here we
At just the age of 24, Diddy had already made his dream of becoming powerful come true by becoming the CEO of his own record label. So at this point, he was really eager to find some artists and put them to work in the studio so that they could release some projects and get Bad Boy's name out there to new consumers. But at the time Diddy started Bad Boy, Clive Davis had yet to work his magic and get those artists released from their contracts at Uptown Records, which put Diddy in the position of proactively pursuing any new artist he could get his hands on. Diddy's connections to the streets would once again pay off big time when somebody brought an unknown artist from Long Island to Diddy so he could hear him freestyle. And this unknown artist was Craig Mack.
I come with the stupid type of madness, more black than sniper, getting everything you find. We back, the hot set max now on deck, looking for some wreck. And you can be a MC if you want it, but you be a body bag, type of MC in the corner.
Diddy was very impressed with what he heard out of Craig Mack, and he quickly signed him to Bad Boy, which would make Craig Mack Bad Boy Records' first ever artist. Craig Mack became Diddy's primary focus, and the two of them rapidly got to work on his album. But everything was about to change because Biggie was released from his contract at Uptown Records, and Diddy quickly signed him to Bad Boy. And out of the two artists, Diddy was well aware of the fact that Biggie was not only the more talented, but he was also the most likely of the two to become a superstar. But there was one aspect of Biggie that Diddy wasn't exactly super thrilled about, and that was Big's close relationship with Tupac Shakur. A while before Biggie joined Uptown Records, he and Tupac met and quickly became close friends. Not only that, but Tupac was solely responsible for teaching Biggie a lot about songwriting. What's even crazier is before Biggie was signed to Uptown Records, he was just about to join Thug Life. So despite what a lot of people have to say, Biggie and Tupac were in fact very close friends at one point in time. But as far as Diddy was concerned, he saw Tupac as a rival because he had held a grudge against him ever since he had won the role of Bishop in the movie Juice over Diddy. Now as soon as Biggie joined Bad Boy, Craig Mack was no longer Diddy's primary focus. Not only that, but when Biggie was released from his contract with Uptown, he was also able to bring with him his completely finished album, Ready to Die. Now Diddy had planned for Craig Mack's album to be the very first project Bad Boy Records ever released. Until Biggie shows up with an already finished, better album than Craig Mack's album. So Diddy decides to go on ahead and release Biggie's album ahead of Craig Mack's. Then on September 13th, 1994, Ready to Die would officially be released. Then exactly 1 week later, on September 20th, 1994, Craig Mack would release his album, Project Funk the World. The singles from both of these albums were already performing exceptionally well, and when Diddy decided to remix one of Craig Mack's songs, Flavor in Your Ear, by putting Biggie along with other stars on it, it would end up boosting the sales of both of their albums.
I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck a fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way, nigga ransom notes. Far from handsome, but damn it.
By releasing 2 albums in a 7-day period, Bad Boy Records had officially arrived. But over at Bad Boy Records, things weren't exactly sunshine and rainbows. From the moment Biggie joined the label, Diddy started treating Craig Mack like absolute shit. And Biggie didn't get along with Craig Mack at all, which is crazy because Biggie was one of those people who just seemed to get along with everyone. And I can't definitively tell you the reason why Biggie didn't like Craig Mack. I found things that said it was just Diddy stirring up competition between his artists, or making sure his artists didn't become friends so they wouldn't later join up and leave the label when they found out their contracts sucked. Other people said Biggie just thought he was whack and didn't want to with him? All I can tell you for sure is there was tremendous tension between Craig Mack and Diddy and Craig Mack and Biggie.
I don't fuck with that. You don't fuck with Craig. I noticed, like, on the remix, Flavor in Your Ear, that worked. That was just something I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's politics. Puff asked me to do it. I did it. I don't fuck with that.
Now is when we need to pump the brakes a little bit and take a trip to Atlanta, Georgia. L.A. Reid, who has been exposed as a predator himself, had just discovered a 13-year-old boy singing at a talent show and signed him to Arista Records. Things between Arista Records and this 13-year-old kid weren't going well at all, and they were planning on releasing him from his contract. The kid would end up begging L.A. Reid not to cut him from his contract and said he would do anything to make this situation work. That's when, for some reason, L.A. Reid came up with an idea to send this 13-year-old boy to New York City to live with Diddy for a year so he could attend something called Puffy's Flavor Camp. Now, a lot of you have been asking, when do we get to the legend of the Diddler? When are we going to start talking about the Diddler? Be careful what you wish for, because we're there, and the first person who ever attended Puffy's Flavor Camp was a 13-year-old Usher Raymond.
I think Puffy would say, man, you got to chill. Like, you just a little bit too intense. You know, you got to relax. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs?
Oh my goodness. This tells you what type of person Puffy is, according to Ghostface Panda. One of the comments, it says that Diddy is the Jeffrey Epstein of the music world. Let that sink in. And deeper further, I go into this sick, twisted rabbit hole. And I gotta take a shower afterwards. But folks, what do you think about this? The fact that, you know, but now that Diddy is the CEO of his own record label, Bad Boy Records. First, you got Craig Mack. Okay, it's going great. He's about to release his album. Then you got Biggie. Craig Mack's album wasn't ready yet. Almost wasn't ready. But Biggie's was ready and waiting. Guess what? He put his focus on Biggie. He treated like Craig Mack like crap. And he made sure there's enough beef between Craig Mack and Biggie so they'd be at odds with each other. So they'd be less likely to get together, leave Diddy, and do their own thing. But folks, overall, what do you think about this? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Peace.